girl's clothes were slowly taken off by the man. The two face each other, look deeply into each other. From the expressions and eyes, can see that they gradually get lost. The ambiguous atmosphere in the room began to heat up. What happened next was a natural progression. David, a man from China, and that's how he got together with Anna, a French girl. When they first met, the girl Anna was crossing her legs on the pole of the boat. She was obviously still young, but the girl's body exudes a sense of maturity. It seems to be the same youth and maturity. The two contradictory feelings unexpectedly attracted the eyes of the man David, already in his 30s. The moment he saw the girl, like a teenager in the beginning of love, he was so nervous that he didn't dare to breathe. He approached the girl step by step. David stood next to Anna and did not know what to do. He took out the cigarette in his pocket. With a slightly trembling hand, he handed it to the girl, probably sensing the man's shyness. Anna's face smiled at this, but the girl did not intend to pay attention to David, even turned her face away from him. This made David even more helpless. He talked to the girl, until the girl heard that David is a famous rich businessman here. Anna instantly became interested. She stopped treating David with disdain, and when he offered to take her home, she readily agreed. In the cramped car, both of them were a bit nervous, especially David didn't even dare to look at Anna. When they both looked unnaturally out of the window, the hands on the car seat touched. David instantly plucked up courage. He put his hand directly over Anna's. The girl's eyes gradually became lost. At that moment for them, it seems that the whole world has fallen into silence. The car can even hear the rapid breathing of the two. I don't know how long it took. The girl's destination arrived. Anna said hello. David let go of his hand, but his hot eyes remained on the back of the girl leaving. The next day, when Anna was out of school, she saw David's car again. She deliberately walked up and left a kiss on the car window. After sensing the girl's feelings too, David drove the girl directly to the small hotel. After arriving, the man looked at the innocent girl, some regret to do so, wanted to send Anna back, but the girl refused, and so the opening scene occurred. Two people just finished playing poker. The man asked the girl, "If I were poor, will you still love me?" The young but realistic girl speaks with innocence and cruelty. She confesses that she likes David, who is rich, although it sounds uncomfortable, but it is always the truth. In fact, this sudden affair, Anna doesn't know what she thinks inside. This day, the girl could not resist asking David if he would marry her, but at the same time to be contradictory to say she and her family do not like Chinese people. The girl disguised herself to show her arrogance, but David did not understand Anna's mind, only heard the words of the girl does not like Chinese people, so he also said directly he would not marry a girl who was not clean. Even while taking out his wallet, he took out a few bills and handed them to the girl, the two of them just for each other's pride, to hurt each other with all their might. From then on, Anna went straight to David's limousine after school. She didn't care what people saw, and so it was. They kept their relationship as a physical exchange. They didn't talk at all. No understanding of each other's inner thoughts. After a while, the school spread the word about Anna. Finally, the teacher told the girl's mother. Anna's family of origin was very bad, poor and violent. The older brother was a gambler and had a bad temper, often scolded his younger siblings. The mother also did not bother to control. David's appearance is certainly like a spot of light shining on Anna's body. She wanted to rely on him to get out of the mire, but she could not completely let go of her guard against David. When her mother found out that Anna was dating a rich man, she didn't voice her opposition. On the contrary, she acquiesced to the relationship. That day, Anna's family dressed up and came to a fancy restaurant. David invited them to eat together because he liked Anna, so he is eager to fit in with the girl's family. But David showed himself to be a proper and generous man. On the contrary, the family doesn't care at all, despite the fact that their life is not so good, but they continue to act like they are superior. This feeling of being a hot ass made David feel like a clown. Back at the hotel that night, David treated the girl roughly for the first time. Anna didn't resist either, girls wiggling white legs, while asking the man, how much is her performance just now worth? But the man did not say a word, directly to the wallet to take the money, then dumped beside the girl. He felt that he had trapped the relationship after all. The next day, the girl gave the money to her mother, and the mother, in order to make it easier for her daughter to earn quick money, she took the initiative to approach the school. Do not let the teacher interfere with Anna's sleepless nights. Now everyone knew what the girl had gone to do. Behind the scenes, they talked about Anna's indiscretions. It's not that the girl didn't know these things, but she didn't care about it at all, because sooner or later she had to go back to France. The time passed. The man David finally could not sit still. The day of the girl's departure was getting closer and closer. That day David made a bold decision. Take off the ring his mother gave him and looked the girl in the eyes. Sincerely put it on her hand. They lived in a time. It was the time of arranged marriages in the country. In order to marry Anna, David approached his father and knelt down. But his father didn't listen to him. He had arranged for David to marry the right girl. He would not let him marry the French girl. David went to the girl, trying hard to express his love for her. A man in his 30s. At this time, he was as emotional as a child. When these words reached Anna's ears, the girl did not respond. She only told about her family and the trivialities of her relatives. Love was too much for Anna. Soon afterwards David got married in a Chinese groom's suit. In the crowd, the girl Anna looked at him across the sky. Seems to foreshadow this, the end of this illusory love. Soon after, the mother told her daughter that they would be returning home. David has helped them pay off their debts. On the parting ferry, the girl looks around and saw David's car. She knew he must be watching her from inside. The relationship ended in vain.